Most frustrated leaders, Matthews Banda, who, like most children, started playing in the streets, then went on to represent Lusaka in the Coca-Cola Schools Tournament, where he actually played as a midfielder. Got his chance at Red Arrows, won the Under-19 league with the side, and then made his name at Ufulira Wanderers. Now, the referee wants a word. As things stand, Morocco have taken the lead against Democratic Republic of Congo, and that means Morocco would be top of Group A if Kenya do not beat Zambia and Morocco hold on for the victory over DRC. Usama Lamlui scoring the early goal at Nyayo Stadium. Austin Odiambo looking to go, but Happy Nsiku has cut his opponent down. The 20-year-old Red Arrows defender. And now, a free kick in a very promising area for Kenya. Austin Odiambo stands over this. Charles Kalumba has set his wall. He was out of the international fray for a couple of years. Kalumba called back to the Kasafa Cup in 2024. Starts his first match at this Chan here. Odiambo goes directly at goal, and Kalumba's across quickly. Great footwork from the goalkeeper. Very consistent goalkeeper. Club level over the past few seasons in Zambia. Won a couple of league titles and the APSA Cup for Red Arrows in recent years. Diambo hits it nicely, but Kalumba's across. Excellent footwork. Matthews Banda, the Nkana Red Devils man. A little relieved. Zambia concede a corner. Here's Kalumba. Kenya want to take this. Mr. Odiambo is asked to wait for a moment because the referee wants a word with a few players. Owen Tembo looks displeased with what is being said. Tall Sylvester Owino among those who have advanced for Kenya in the hopes of finding the opening score here. In at the near post and away by the captain Kapamba as far as Mwanza. Back to Nsiku. Scrambling in the end from Mwanza to clear it away. Ben Stanley Omondi putting some good pressure on, and he looked to combine with Austin Odiambo. Tembo now. 3 shots and goal in the early minutes. First 15 minutes of this tie. Goalless it remains, though. Zambia looking to spoil Kenya's day. Kenya looking for the victory that would guarantee them top spot in Group A and see them stay here in Kasarani for the quarter-final tie, would be against the Group B runners-up Madagascar. If they finish second in Group A, there's going to be a caution here. And Owen Tembo is fuming. Cynical from Tembo. Nabwire. Still Odiambo with Nabwire. Back to Owino. Looks forward, but he's got the option of going to Kipwage or his goalkeeper. Indeed, he chooses the latter. He's been part of the Kenya international setup for the last half dozen years. Turnover in midfield. Prince Mumba is fouled just inside Kenyan territory. Free kick Zambia. Stanley Omondi the culprit on this occasion. If you consider the new signings that Gor Mahia have made, then 6 of this lineup are from the record champions. Kenya have a great chance here. Starring run down the right. Stanley Omondi looks to tee it up. Instead, they're playing too many passes in the 18-yard area. This opportunity lost for Kenya. David Sakwa down the far side was the man that picked up possession and created the chance after a slightly loose pass from Kalumba. Here's Aboud. Back inside, Stanley Omondi looks for goal. It's blocked. And Siku puts his body on the line. Now Mwanza back to Chongo. Has a little time. Couldn't find his captain. Pass has gone astray, and Stanley Omondi again. Chance to run it back into a pocket of space. Onyango looking for a way forward. Sakwa for a moment down, immediately back on his feet. Tembo has it, and he's looking to steer the ball out wide into the path of Evans Kayombo, who's drifted into a wide left position. Kayombo showing his pace around the outside, keeps the ball in play, but he doesn't maintain possession. Onyango has it back for Kenya. Certainly been a few opportunities for both sides, but Kenya having a very recent opportunity to take the lead that looked gilt-edged. Mr. Odiambo up to Sakwa. There's a big challenge on Sakwa. Ball is spilled free and the long-range effort is on the cards. Farouk Chikalo gets the body behind it and Kayombo holds up his apologetic hands. Zambian striker renowned for his work ethic. Very eager to take on defenders usually, but this time decides to strike from range. Aboud. He and Masud Juma are the only players in this squad, incidentally, that played for Kenya at the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. 6 years ago now. Masud Juma on the bench today after picking up a knock in the victory over DRC. Here's Bandi. Sakwa. The team was captained by Victor Wanyama. 20 minutes gone. Zambia 0, Kenya 0. Now, as things stand, Morocco would finish top of Group A. Kenya would finish as runners-up. Austin Odiambo now looks for the cutback, couldn't find it here. Chongo gets the pass away to Tembo. Morocco, courtesy of Osama Lamlui, lead Democratic Republic Congo by 1-0. So as things stand, Morocco would finish top of the group and Kenya would finish as runners-up, and they would face Tanzania in Dar es Salaam in their quarter-final tie. Morocco would be here against Madagascar for their quarter-final. That's as things stand. Still 70 minutes of football to be played. Kenya look to change it early. Sakwa. Bandi. Getting it back into space. Odiambo is in that pocket. Mumba looked to close him down. Onyango with the recovery. Ball out wide. Again, delivery comes in. It's crisp. And Orgam gets his head on the end of it, but I think it's gone off the defender. Out of play. It's been called a corner. Now, who did it hit last? Benny McCarthy. How many times he delighted millions and millions with his goal-scoring heroics. Millions of club fans, millions of South African fans in his decorated playing career. Whipped in from corner, away by Dominic Chanda. Aboud looks from range, takes a deflection, takes it 2 deflections on its way through. Out for the corner again. Abud looking for range. It's out of Matthews Banda last, but it took a deflection of Prince Mumba's chest on the way through. It's a corner to Kenya. Good period of pressure from the co-hosts. Making their competition debut in this edition. Ryan Ogab looking for space. Matthews Banda doesn't want to leave him alone. Kalumba, watchful, aware, at his back post. Odhiambo feeds near post. It's flicked towards a pocket of space where only Chongo waits. Collects now. But it's a poor first touch from the very experienced international. And Kenya have a throw, which they take quickly. Drilled to the near side, but Mr. Odhiambo nowhere near that. Long-time servant of Kenyan football, Omar Abud. This was his effort a short while ago that caught both Mumba and Matthews Banda on the way out for the corner. Uino gets a header. Kibwage goes back to Shikalo, Farouk Shikalo, who now goes long up towards Sakwa as the Mexican wave makes its way around the Moi International Sports Centre. Zambia have an opportunity here. Kayombo with a pass, but it's cut out by some great cover defensive work from the captain. Would put in the clearance. It was not out of play. He's back in his position now, and he's motoring upfield. There's an opportunity for Ogab or Ben Stanley or Mondi to get themselves into good positions. And slowed up slightly. Alpha Onyango. Luis Bandi. Best defender and MVP at the AFC Leopards Awards post-season. We're to go, and the opposition captain has control. Kampamba. Free kick, Zambia. Marvin Nabwire applying the pressure. The man helped Kenya Police to their second round of the CAF Confederation Cup this past season. And they lost to the Egyptian giants Zamalek. Sakwa Bandi and Mr. Odhiambo in a little triangle before they feed inside to Onyango. Here's Nabwire, Abud, Uino. Made his international debut against Zambia in September last year. And really impressed for Kenya's emerging stars at the COSAFA Cup last year. Did Sylvester Uino. He's played every second of this tournament for Benny McCarthy's side. The squad that McCarthy has given game time to nearly every player from. There's Uino. Benny McCarthy not overly happy with that last passage of play and is marched towards the edge of his technical area where he's gesticulating wildly and screaming, no doubt, instructions at his players. Goalless it remains here, approaching the half-hour mark in Kasarani. Nabwire combining with Kibwage. Uino. And Stanley Mondi's a little deep. That ball is straight over his head. And Siku finds Banda, who has a false touch. And that'll be a Kenya throw. Taken quickly. Odhiambo, Uino. We're again seeking a way through. Abud runs onto this. Ogam waits. Oh, Abud. That was an excellently timed challenge from Matthews Banda, and it needed to be. When you commit and you go off your feet in the penalty area, it needs to be absolutely spot on, or you risk conceding a penalty. he takes down his opponents. He's caught all of the ball there as Matthews Banda. It's another corner to Kenya. Ryan Ogam looking for space. Yambo goes too close to Kalumba, who collects it comfortably. Looks to bowl it out. Takes a little bump, and the referee says free kick. Kalumba takes quickly. Tembo. Tunsiku. Banda. Kenya certainly carved out the opportunities. They've had 4 shots at goal to Zambia's 2. Both sides have only managed half of their attempts at goal on target. Kalumba. Nicely worked away by Kibwage. Nabuere now. He's back to his captain, Abud Funyango. Testing ball to Ueno, but he shows great composure again, brings the ball down nicely. Kibwage to Unyango. Sakwa out wide. Lewis Bundy now, very versatile player. Can play in midfield, but usually operates as either a left back or a right back. Good diagonal ball from Kibwage, and it's knotted out of play by Banda. Kenya dominating possession, dominating the shots, dominating virtually all the stats, but they haven't scored yet. Knowing the Morocco lead DRC, and the game concurrent to this in Group A, they need the lead. Nabuere. Mumba, free kick Zambia. Kenya are playing their game, they're creating the chances, they're not over-committing, which would potentially leave them exposed on the counter. Unyango, that's right between Ogam and Ostino Diambo. Unyango's ball looking to pick out one of the 2 Kenyan goal scorers at this tournament as we hit the half-hour mark here in Kasarani. Goalless it remains between Zambia and Kenya, an hour of football to be played. Nabuere clutching his head. Kelvin Wanda is back on his feet. Medical attention immediately on the park, and the referee very wise to the potential head injury. Ueno having nodded it forward, then Nabuere coming down. Looks like the elbow from Mumba has caught Nabuere on the back of his head. Evan Grant, meanwhile, having a word to a couple of his players, including Mumba and Owen Tembo. Benny McCarthy. He was one of Africa's greatest players. And as a coach, he's already started to turn heads with Cape Town City. He won the MTN 8 title in South Africa with Amazulu. With a squad that was far from the strongest, he managed to finish 2nd in the league in South Africa. Shot from Kabaso Chongo. And it's high. Has he been caught on his follow-through? Clearance away, put into a pocket of space on the edge of that penalty arc. Takes the shot and it's just caught, it seems, on the follow-through. Mr. Nodiambo, meanwhile, pushes one through towards Ogam. Inside the area, it's a heavy touch, can't keep it in play. And again, opportunity lost. Fly of millions of Kenyans. Indeed, William Ruto, president. Kenya looked for something here, and Ogam nearly has the opportunity as Siku has a heart-in-mouth moment. Aboud. Unyango. Kibwage. Odiambo on the edge of the penalty arc. Lovely movement from Odiambo, gets a shot away, but it's blocked by the defence, and now counter is on for Zambia. Kenya have players scrambling back defensively. Kibwage is chasing hard. Kayombo is significantly quicker across the turf, but that ball rolls out of play before Kayombo can get on the end of it. Insiku. Towards the halfway line for Chipolopolo, held up by Ogam. Mondi's pass intercepted by Chongo. Not kept in play. Aboud. Just being driven back by Nyango, straight back to him. Owino. Sending it back to Sakwa, who receives it now from Bundy. Then again press forward. But Stanley Omondi has gone onto the far side of the park looking for the ball coming his way. It nearly finds him as well. Somebody gets a touch on it. Zambia escape. That'll be a free kick to Zambia. Mumba down. Inside 10 minutes to go to half-time. Seven fouls to 4. Leombo will hold this up. Got players and support as well, including his captain. Kampamba now has it. Staring down Aboud. Flicked it towards the back post, and that's a timely header from Bundy. It back again, lovely control from Lewis Bundy. And he's wildly applauded. Onyango, Aboud. Back inside to Onyango. Another one of the players, called Moi Onyango, started at the club after high school and earned his way through the ranks into the first team, now playing for his country. Stanley Omondi. Bundy, Nabwire, thought about the shot, maybe. Sakwa now, Ogam waits centrally. Over the head of Stanley Omondi, recovered by Aboud. Looking for the outlet, eventually it's Kibwage. Sakwa's in space on the far side, but Owino has a little space on the halfway line. Onyango, Nabwire, back with Onyango. Kenya playing very structured football, good control and movement from them. Still yet to pierce the Zambian defence. We're dispossessed. Tembo and Mumba combined to see it clear for Zambia. Chishimba. Monza. Chanda. Chishimba. Zambia will be disappointed with this campaign. They're looking to finish on a high. Before this tournament, across 4 editions, Zambia had only ever lost 3 matches. At this edition, they've lost 3 matches from their first 3. It's certainly not been the campaign that they would have aimed for. Side that had the distinction of progressing to the knockout stages each of their previous CHAN appearances. And 2 of those losses, incidentally, of the 3 that I mentioned in the 4 tournaments prior to this, came to eventual champions. Kalumba collects. Lost 2-1 to DRC at the semi-finals in 2009, where they eventually finished 3rd, and then they lost 3-1 to Morocco in the quarter-finals in 2020. Another defeat, incidentally, was to Sudan in the quarter-finals in 2018. Kampaba. Wide. Chishimba's a long way forward. Now Mwanza in a more central position. He's fouled by Sakwa. Free kick Zambia. Awkward angle to try to make the challenge, Sakwa. Chipolopolo. In Kenya for a while, he used to spend some time in Tanzania with young Africans. Kampamba, meanwhile, stands over this. 2 has played abroad. 5 minutes to half-time. Goalless it remains. Kelvin Mubanga Kampamba stands over this for Zambia. Pulls his effort wildly. Not the connection he would have hoped for. Indeed, not the connection he would have hoped for. From Grant. Bamba looks to get on the end of this. Kibwage covers a loose ball, manages to keep it in play. Onyango. Ball retention has been excellent and his ball distribution has been on point. Here's Ben Stanley Omondi, beautiful control, looks to go around the outside of Banda. Free kick Zambia. The opportunity for Stanley Mondi, but credit to Matthews Banda and the way he was able to defend that. Kayombo. It's brilliantly done by Aboud. Wins it back. Kayombo goes down. And free kick to Kenya. Kayombo in disbelief. Coming up to half-time. Zambia growing into this game. Kenya failing to get quite as many shots away as they would like. A few opportunities in which they got into really dangerous areas without testing the opposition keeper. Here's Ryan Orgam. Was he onside? Looks for the shot. And Dominic Chanda has gone down. Happy Siku showing his discontent. 20-year-old squaring up. Chanda looks very uncomfortable near his own goal line. There's Kelvin Mwanza. Ryan Orgam, goal-scoring hero against Morocco. Indeed. Flag eventually going up. There's the follow-through from Ryan Orgam. Just catches Chanda above his knees. Zambia from the free kick. Mwanza appeals for a handball. Indeed, it is so. Well, the good news for Kenya is the Democratic Republic of Congo have equalized against Morocco. Jefta Kitambala has scored an equalizer. And that means, as things stand, Kenya are top of the group. So Kenya, as things stand, top of the group. Morocco and DRC currently playing for a point apiece. Stanley Omondi, through ball, Austin Odiambo. Little cutback into space, who's going to reach it first? Then Stanley Omondi gets a touch on it, out for the goal kick it goes. The referee calling for medical attention to make their way onto the park. Then Dominic Chanda down, but Stanley Omondi as well. Two players coming together as they both challenged for possession in a very dangerous area for Zambia. Mr. Odiambo looked for a pass into space, but Stanley Omondi needed to do quite a bit of work to get himself into a position to try to shoot from there. And we're getting out of Austin Odiambo's way. And Dominic Chanda and then Stanley Omondi colliding, momentum taking them into one another. So only 1 minute of additional time as we hit the 45-minute mark here in Nairobi at the Moi International Sports Centre. Goalless it remains. Medical attention out. Benny McCarthy and his assistant coach, Vasily Manusakis, watching on. Well, the Kenyan fans have been heartened by what they've seen from Kenya at this tournament. Their engine room has been so very impressive. They have had, regardless of who plays, intelligent ball winners, short passing technicians, and their midfielders thrived on quick transitions. Omondi on the turf. The good news is that Stanley Omondi is back on his feet. He's not on the pitch at the moment. He'll be called onto the park by the referee once the ball is back in play. Kalumba steers this directly out of play, and then Stanley Omondi is called back on now. Now, while we had 1 minute of time added on, we hit the 45. There was an injury concern at the 45-minute mark, so the referee will allow for that and play another minute on top of what he initially asked to be signalled. Kibwage. Sakwa and Ogama made telling runs. This is back to Onyango. Couldn't find the through ball. Sakwa will pick up on the loose ball though. Bandi. Onyango. It's deep. Kalumba's come. Kalumba collects the ball, and indeed his defender Matthews Banda, Austin Odiambo. Aboud. And he drops his head the moment he struck it. Kalumba now crumples to the ground, holding on to his stomach. Certainly made some significant contact with his own defender, Matthews Banda. Both of them took a knock. So while we only had a minute of additional time, we've had 2 injury concerns in added time. Austin Odiambo watches on. Scorer of Kenya's first 2 goals at this tournament. Avram Grant presiding over a campaign that has been less than ideal for Zambia. He felt that Zambia have got something out of this, though. They have seen some positives and indeed spotted a few players who could potentially be ready for international duty. So play will get underway from a drop ball. Referee says no, we won't have the drop ball. Instead, we are going to have half-time, gentlemen. To the tunnel the players will go. It's been an intense battle between Zambia and Kenya. Both teams seeking the early goal, neither able to find it. At half-time between Zambia and Kenya, it's goalless at the Moi International Sports Centre in Nairobi. Dominic Chanda walks off a little gingerly. Benny McCarthy walking back to his change room, looking for some inspiration for his players in the second half. They want to win this group and they want to win it outright. They do not want to rely on a draw between Morocco and DRC. For Zambia, it's about winning this match and finishing this campaign on a high, regardless of the 3 defeats that came before. These sides lined up against one another statistically in the opening half. Kenya dominating 2/3 of the possession effectively in this game. A passing accuracy of 90%, which is a genuine credit to the way they've played at this tournament, stringing together nearly 300 passes and almost twice the number that Zambia managed in this fixture. The disappointing statistic from a Kenyan perspective is that while they've had 8 shots at goal, they've only had 2 on target. From a Zambian perspective as well, after some early chances, not much to write home about in the bulk of the opening half. They've carved out 5 chances, 2 on target, but some very tame efforts as well. 15 fouls in the opening half and only 1 yellow card. That going the way of Owen Tembo, 17 minutes in. Zambia and Kenya met on match day 5 in Group A of the Total Energies African Nations Championship. Kenya needing a win to go top of Group A and guarantee progression to the quarterfinals, the winners of their pool. Marvin Nabwire testing Charles Kalumba from a long way out very early on. Zambia had a chance. Evans Kayombo steered it goal bound, but it was well clear off the line by Mike Evans Kibwage. Chongo with a header back. Kayombo prodded it goal bound. Kibwage read well. Aboud was heavily involved down his left flank, this time combined with Austin Odiambo, who forced Kalumba into a save. Ogam, while he reached the loose ball, failed to direct it goal bound. And arguably one of the best goal-scoring opportunities of the opening half, but it was a very tough chance for Ryan Ogam, who scored the winner against Morocco. And Stanley Omondi looking to pick up on a loose ball. Owen Tembo having a few words with the referee after Happy and Zico had uprooted Austin Odiambo from the resulted set piece. A fine save from Kalumba, diving to his right to deny Kenya the opener. Kenya looked like they were building towards an opening goal in this tie, provided periods of sustained pressure on this one from the initial corner. It was nodded away. Omar Aboud struck firmly, but it took 2 ricochets on its way out. One of Pumba. Kalumba combining with Matthews Banda late as the ball was headed in the direction of Austin Odiambo. Lovely diagonal ball toward the back post. Brave, courageous keeping, but at half-time, it's goalless in Nairobi. Referee Lami Chame makes his way from the tunnel, so too do the respective teams. Zambia and Kenya make their way out towards the pitch here at the Moi International Sports Centre in Nairobi. We're in Kasarani. Indeed, Kenya, playing at home, are seeking a victory over Zambia that would guarantee them top spot in Group A, regardless of the result between Democratic Republic of Congo and Morocco in a match played concurrent to this. It's 1-1 at Nyayo National Stadium in the other fixture. It's 0-0 here between Zambia and Kenya. Chongo nearly set up the goal for Evans Kayombo that could have separated these sides, but for an intervention by Mike Kibwage on the line, clearing the ball away from danger. Benny McCarthy's side, and the only real chance of them that they've given to Zambia is Kayombo, the man that nearly scored for Zambia. Outside of that, Kenya have carved out a multitude of opportunities, some in which they were able to get shots away from, others not. But it's all to play for in the second 45 minutes here in Nairobi. Both teams significantly changed from their last matches. Kenya had a host of players warming up at half-time, including Masoud Juma limbering up. It seems as if his introduction to the game will be imminent, but it won't be at half-time. Afo Nyango had another solid performance for Kenya in the opening half. Dominic Chanda too for Zambia. Referee from the Gambia, Lamin Jame, gets the second half underway. Zambia in the orange and black, Kenya in the white. It's goalless at the break, and neither side has made a change at half-time. Lewis Bundy heads it forward. Here's Sakwa. Bundy looking to go on the overlap, but that's nicely claimed by Tembo. Chongo receives from Chishimba, and who's recently made a move to Zanaco from Zesco United just in the last couple of weeks. Pamba to the danger area, and he's up against two in Sakwa and Bundy. Kenya look to run this out of their danger area again. Under the boot of Sakwa. Zambia, the chance of a long throw. Kampamba will take himself. He's got a relatively long throw, not so long as Matthews Banda, who's actually claimed assists from his throw-ins. Playing in the Zambian League, Super League. Kampamba. To go long. Near the penalty mark. Tembo looks to strike. He's woefully off the side of the boot. Thankfully, he hasn't hurt the young volunteer who he struck with the ball some distance from Farouk Chikalo's goal. The Kenyan number one, starting his first match for the Harambee Stars today. Played with Tucker, played with Debwa Sugar. Also a couple of seasons in Tanzania before making his way to Bandari, the Mombasa club, coastal club. There's David Sakwa. Another one of the Bandari players at his club for the last couple of seasons. Very promising player is Sakwa. He's called up to the national team almost immediately after making his top-flight debut last year. Sakwa back inside on Yango, back to Kipwage. The lights are on now at Moi International Sports Centre. Kampamba looks for the long ball. Kelvin Mwanza was making a run, but Wood has timed it perfectly and clears towards the halfway line. And Stanley Omondi and Alpha Nyanga nearly come together, and then Alpha Nyanga is fouled. Free kick Kenya. They've got away with one, and they also nearly didn't. Prince Mumba. And he's cautioned. Very strong player, Prince Mumba. Power Dynamo's captain. And Dominic Chanda were standout as Kitwe club claimed the Zambian Super League title this past campaign, their 8th title. Bandi looking to combine with Sakwa. Kenya have played 7 complete halves of football at this tournament. They've only conceded 1 goal. It is utterly remarkable the way they played from a defensive position. And Zambia bring a great deal of experience into this game. There's some genuinely long-term campaigners, including Kampamba and Chongo. On the bench, there's more with the likes of Zulu and Bwala. Kampamba now forward, Owino down, Nabwire. A little bit of space opening up, opts to charge forward then with Ogam calling for the ball at his feet. There's confirmation of Mumba's yellow card. Nabwire has gone and blasted that ball well beyond Ryan Ogam. Clash of boots, and then it was a swinging arm from Mumba. Started his career with Kabwe Warriors about 5 years ago, returned to the club after a season in Croatia, and joined Power Dynamos, where he's led them to the league title. Forward by Tembo. Chance, Mwanza. Off the side of the boot, off the inside of the boot in a way, and Avram Grant drops his head in disappointment once again. It's another opportunity for Zambia. 7th shot at goal. Only 2 on target. Kenya have only had 2 on target of their 8. Can they create another here? Down the left flank in towards Ryan Ogam. Looking to stay on his feet, back to Austin Odiambo. On the edge of the area, it's managed to be skipped away by the Zambian defence. Kibwage intercepted by Owen Tembo, and Zambia can hit on transition. Kampamba. Kibwage gets enough on it, steers the ball out of play. Again, the long throw, potentially. Taken quickly though by Kampamba, finding Tembo, who runs onto it again in space. Nobody up in support, but Mwanza's on the far side, and Vince Daniel Mondi back to claim possession. Austin Odiambo asking Ogam to chase, but Dominic Chanda brings it down. Vince Daniel Mondi is still on the ground. Zambia attack. Prince Mumba, square ball, Kibwage steers it straight up in the air. And eventually the referee signals a stoppage in play. Stanley Omondi, the player, down. prospect who showed great promise early on in his career, still looking to deliver on that fully. So players back underway. Not away by Banda Chongo. Down but immediately back on his feet. Here's Kampamba around the outside of Onyango, who stays with him. Nabuire now cuts out the danger, and Austin Odiambo looks to hit. Great use of transition ball here. Then Stanley Omondi out wide. Mugam has gone central. Sakwa has dropped in towards the back post. Off on Onyango with space. Looks for the shot and forces the save from Kalumba down into his left. Alpha Onyango saw a little space. Tried his luck from range, looking to curl it beyond Kalumba and around him. It's only a third shot on target for Kenya in this game. 9 in total. There's Kawaso Chongo. 7 continental titles with TP Mazembe. Free kick in the middle of the park. Kimuka over this. Mubanga Kampamba. It's easy for the goalkeeper. The miscommunication perhaps between goalkeeper and defender sees the defence look to clear. Here's Bundy again putting his body on line against Chongo. Throw in Zambia. Chongo is a kindly word. Several years the senior of Lewis Bundy. He looked to have caught his arm in that passage of play. Bundy might have a case there. It looked like it actually came off Chongo's shins before rolling out of play. It's been given as a Zambian throw. And Kampamba looks for the long throw here. Meanwhile, incidents in the area. The captain, Aboud, is down. Dominic Chanda. Those nails, no-nonsense defender. Bamba looks for the long throw. Free kick in the area. Before the ball had even reached the goalkeeper, Farouk Shikal. Nabuire still on his knees. Ziku was being spoken to. Not for the first time in the game. Good news is that Nabuire is back on his feet. Happy and Ziku. Making some contact with Nabuire. Austin Odiambo got a touch on it. Sakwa kept in play. Called by Kalumba nice and early. Approaching the hour mark, it remains goalless in this fixture. It remains deadlocked at 1 apiece in the other fixture. Masoud Juma on the right of your screen and Boniface Mushiri are set to make their way on imminently. Both were among 4 players who were limbering up at half-time. They weren't in the change room with their teammates. Before play gets back underway, we are going to see the introduction of Mushiri and Juma. Also, Odiambo is making way. He's played a significant role today. Hasn't quite been able to help Kenya get over the goal-scoring line. But he makes his way off for the experienced Masoud Juma, and David Sakwa will make his way off for Boniface Mushiri. The Ulinzi Stars man is been there since signing from Tusker in January 2022. Makes his way on for that man, David Sakwa. Masud Juma brings a wealth of experience to the front line and indeed a hunger for goals after spending the last couple of matches out following a knock in their opening day victory against DRC. Problem here for Kayombo, who's down for Zambia. Allowed to play on the far side as Masud Juma couldn't quite keep that ball in. Evans Kayombo from the Zambian border village of Chingi. He's risen through the ranks magnificently in Zambian football to see himself now on the international stage. The Harambee Stars striker. Uwino controls, Abud clears. Ball out of play, Zambian throw. Zambia seeking a way through. There's Tembo. Chishimba. In control by Bandi. Now Mushiri. Usually plays down the left flank. He's come on to replace Sakwa down the right today. Onyango makes a break and Siku's after him, gets the pass away. Out wide, Ogam is waiting centrally. It's floated in over his head, but the header is there to be had. It's powerful, it's on target, but Masud Juma is denied by a brilliant reaction save. Charles Kalumba to the rescue. The rain starts to fall here over the Moi International Sports Centre, but it is not dampening Kenyan spirits. Masud Juma at the back post. Glorious delivery with Ogam waiting at the near post. Kalumba read it perfectly. With that, Avram Grant is going to make a couple of changes. Prince Mumba makes way. So too does Kelvin Mwanza. Timothy Sichalwe is making his way on. So too is Kenneth Kasanga. There's Kasanga making his first appearance at this tournament, and with that, every player in the Zambian squad has received game time at this African Nations Championship. The 28-year-old Nkwazi star on. Nkwazi, the police team in Zambia. Very quick winger is Kasanga. Kenya will not want to see him at his best. He is very dangerous indeed. Ogam lays it back for Onyango. Ball out wide, and when Stanley Omondi with a slight slip on what is becoming a wet surface with the rain coming down for a little while. It seems to have ceased momentarily. Matthews Banda tries the long throw. Kampamba. Tembo. With the pressure going back to their defence. Chanda now. Driving ball. Bundy is there. And what's brilliant about Lewis Bundy, and you might not notice this, even when he clears, he manages to find a teammate so often. Delivery and handball, surely. There's massive appeals for a handball against Nsiku. Trying again. Kenya have kept it alive. They're playing to the whistle, and they fire a ball into the side netting here. Medical attention is being summoned. But there are mammoth roars of disapproval for a potential handball against Matthews Banda here. Boniface Mushiri lays the ball in. And that's why. Not against Matthews Banda. Matthews Banda was the player who nodded down. Against Happy Nsiku. Ogam was vehement in his appeal. It will be checked. So the atmosphere electric at the Moi International Sports Centre here in Kasarani, Nairobi. Mushiri with telling ball in. Dominic Chanda was standing just off to the side. It's Matthews Bunda who tried to clear it. Sequel down. Ball into the side netting. A few drops of rain still about. Played under Benny McCarthy at Cape Town City in South Africa, did Masud Juma, as part of one of his many overseas jaunts. Spells in foreign clubs. Onyango switches it to the near side. Shiri, delivery again. The header is there to be had. Big challenge from Masud Juma. Free kick Kenya as Mushiri goes down. Kenya feeling alive. We're looking to run onto that. Couldn't bring it down. Kalumba gets on the end of it. Keeps it in play. And releases. Balls the ball out for Tembo. A dozen shots at goal from Kenya, 7 from Zambia. A few on target in the recent minutes for this Kenyan side. Still seek the opening goal in this game and growing in confidence. 4 shots on target in total. They only had 2 through the opening half and had 2 inside the opening 20 minutes of the second, but still no goals. Kampamba. Siku. Scoreless it remains in Nairobi. Tembo read brilliantly. Again, proving great ball winner in the middle of the park for Zambia. They've got limited support going forward. Kayombo. Wandi knocks it away. Bamba to Tembo. Chongo now. He's got a powerful shot from range, but a little too far out to genuinely test the opposition keeper, Farouk. Tembo. Chongo again, back to Nsiku. Back in. Guire scoops it up, but does clear. Abud. Sanga. Back to Chongo. Stanley Omondi gets a boot on the end of one, and Mushiri looks to gather underneath it, but Kampamba's rebounds best of all. Charging run forward, down under the challenge of Onyango, and referee says free kick Zambia in a very handy position. So Zambia steaming down in Farouk Shikalo's goal. Kenya looking to defend another set piece in this game. A little bit of a chess match between the respective coaches. McCarthy and his Kenyan side. So far kept Zambia scoreless, but similar be said for Zambia, who've stuck to their rather structured game plan. With a side that very seldom panics, Zambia. Kenya showed no signs of panic and settled nicely into this game as well. Kampamba stands over this with the rain coming down. Might that prove a little more challenging for the goalkeeper, Farouk Shikalo? Kampamba looks to go direct, but he's gone high. has just summoned a couple of players, Champion Siku and Ben Stanley Omondi. Owino. Stanley Omondi towards far side on Yango. The diagonal ball. Kampamba has it for Zambia. The Zambian throw. Nice touch of Mushiri. Tembo. Nicely recovered by Bundy. Nabwire had it. No free kicks as the referee. Chishimba and Mushiri are both down. Eventually he calls a halt to play. New Zanako signing, Chishimba. Just on his follow through, catching Mushiri. Chishimba back on his feet, up towards Chalwe, picked up by Tembo. Chishimba going on the overlap, Kayombo for Chishimba, away by Bundy, into space, it'll be picked up by Omondi. Aboud, chip forward, and Omondi was making a telling run. Ben Stanley Omondi now needed to get there. He was trying to hold off his defender, but Champion Siku cut in from a more central position to win possession. Free kick Zambia, 20 minutes to play. Kenya seek a lead, but as things stand, they would be top of Group A because DRC and Morocco are still deadlocked at 1 apiece. Tembo, Kapamba, Chishimba, it's Chalwe, Timo Tiger, he turns 21 on Tuesday. That's Chishimba, looking to combine with Chalwe. Kenya bench, by Omondi. New shot. Kambamba looks from range, straight into Nabwire, deflects away. Zambia still have it alive. Seek the opener here. Faruchikalo comes and commandingly takes the catch. Bowls it out to Onyango, who's got some space and had a little bit of time, but he overran slightly and allowed Kabasa Chongo an opportunity to catch up with him. Finds Nabwire though, then out wide. Aboud. Into path of Ogam. Seeking Juma, Masud Juma. Dominic Chanda away. The rain getting a little heavier now. Throw into Kenya. Aboud. Trying to go around the outside of his marker, but ricochets off the shins of Banda and out for another throw. Ogam. Corner to Kenya. 12 shots at goal, only 4 on target for Kenya. Kalumba has yet to be beaten in this game. Faruchikalo been tested a couple of occasions by Zambia. Corner on the far side of the park. Among those putting pressure on the Zambian defence from the corner. Kenya lift one in, nodded away at the near post. Aboud trips it back into the danger area, but too close to Kalumba. Pulls it out for Chishimba, but on the very damp surface now, it just skids away from Chishimba, throw into the Kenyan side, who now find themselves down, potentially in second place in the group, because Morocco have taken the lead. The captain, Rimat, has found a goal from the penalty mark in the match played concurrent to this. With 18 minutes to play in that game, Morocco lead DRC by 2-1 and are poised to finish top of Group A and to stay in Nairobi for their quarter-final clash. Kenya could change that with a win over Zambia, but they're running out of time. The Zambian side that has been far more disciplined and structured today have frustrated Kenya at times. Deflected ball in, danger area, still alive for Kenya. This one scrambled free. Tembo picks up on the loose ball and cleared by Chishimba now. And now on transition, Zambia have an opportunity. Kibwage got his body in the way. Nabwira recovers. Aboud. Thought about it. Thought about it again. Onyango, then look for the through ball. His second of the tournament, but the first of the game, and Kenya now poised to stay in Nairobi. Ryan Ogam scores for a second consecutive match, and the stadium comes alive with 15 minutes to play. Onyango thought about the shot from range, then cut back inside, thought about the shot from range, then cut back inside, then made the pass into the path of Ryan Wesley Ogam. And the 20-year-old steered it beyond Charles Kalumba and the Zambian goal with precision once again. He has scored 2 exceptional goals in this tournament, and they've both been sent home with precision. Ogam on the turn, past Nsiku, beyond Kalumba. Kenya lead 1-0. Stepping up when it counts was Bushiri, I beg your pardon, with the ball in. Has that gone through the legs of the goalkeeper? Benny McCarthy. A massive celebration. Bushiri with the assist, Ogam with a goal. Kenya with the lead. Sakari, Manzoor and Uluch preparing to come on. Ryan Ogam's game done. Scored in the 75th, replaced in the 76th, Ryan Ogam. He's earned his break. But Stanley Omondi, whose work rate has been phenomenal this afternoon into evening here in Nairobi. Another one of the changes, there's Suleiman Mansour. Onyango makes his way on, makes his way off. Felix Uluch is on as well. It's been Stanley Omondi having made way. Uluch having a chance to impress for the first time this campaign. The Costa Rangers man is on. Only 3 players in the Kenyan squad haven't had game time. Sebastianos Wekesa, the third goalkeeper. Austin Odongo, last born. Brian Mishira of Shabana, both. Bamba will let the ball roll out of play. So as things stand, Kenya would finish top of the group and stay in Nairobi. Morocco lead against Democratic Republic of Congo. And what that means for DRC is that they would need to score twice to advance, because Morocco need only a draw to finish second if Kenya win here. Uwino. New man on, Sakari. So Onyango off, Sakari on, Sakwa off earlier, and Mr. Odiambo. Suleiman Manzour on as well. Ryan Ogam, whose goal separates the sides. Bushiri, great little run. Thought about the shot, pulled it back twice, and then freed up a little bit of space for himself. Ogam, Bushiri spotted it, picked out his man, and Ogam absolutely revels in scoring goals. Living up to his billing. He's one of the stars to watch, undoubtedly, at this tournament. Like his teammate, Austin Odiambo. He's got 2 goals in this tournament. With a host of other players. Leading scorers. Mzize of Tanzania, Lalina of Madagascar, Alan Okello of Uganda, Bayazid of Algeria, Caporal got 2 against Zambia, for Angola, Kutle of South Africa. Abdulrazik of Sudan scored twice against Nigeria. 10 minutes to go to full time. Free kick Kenya. The rain continues to come down. Will it be 4 defeats from 4 matches for Zambia? Masoud looking behind him, away by Tembo. Recovered. Mansour. Clean for Zambia. Siku. Here's Chongo. Little short for Chalwe, and Bundy intercepts. It's kindly laid into the path of Nabuire. Aboud. Ulyuch. Just tapped to the side by Sakari. Intelligent player. Another one of the Kenya police players. Gifted ball winner is Sakari in midfield on this occasion. Couldn't bring it under control. Tembo finds Chongo. Zambia will not roll over Kenya. We will know that. Tembo. Shishimba. It's Chalwe. Chalwe around the outside now of Sakari. He's on the far side. Touch for Kasanga. Chongo. Kabamba is calling for it. Instead goes back to Matthews Banda. Forward by Bundy. Forward from Sakari. Chanda. Chishimba. Too many turnovers for Kenya. Kambamba looking for space. Powerful shot, and Farouk Shikalo, when called upon, makes a top draw save. Kambamba with a powerful effort on target. Farouk Shikalo parries over. the corner. Good call by the goalkeeper. He knew there was no danger immediately behind him and that the ball would be harmlessly out of play for a goal kick. Match attendance at the venue today, just under 27,000. Tickets were limited owing to security concerns in the last couple of matches. Ryan Ogam reliving that moment in which he delivered again, this time for his country, as he did against Morocco. He was linked with Algerian and Swedish clubs. Moves didn't materialise owing to his injury. Uluc chasing here, Chanda recovers. Chishimba, Kabamba, dispossessed by Mansour. Owino with an excellent challenge. Masoud, corner Kenya. There's the man on top, watching the team on top. He salutes the crowd. Kenya just minutes away from finishing top Group A. Delivery in, steered away. Seekwood was many budding stars to show their ability in the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt back in May. Into the danger area again. Sichuma, Sakari. Back again, Nabuire. Sakari, Bandi. He'll deliver now. It's toward the back post. Free ball, Nabuire strikes but cleared off the line, gets a second chance and it's plucked out of the air brilliantly. Bernie McCarthy, if anybody in the technical area knows how to finish, it's him. Mansour starting an attack, Kenya win a free kick in a handy position. Nabuire still can't believe he's missed out not once but twice to score Kenya's second in this game. Kenya have yet to score more than one goal in any game. But importantly, they've only conceded one goal in the entire tournament. Two chances, neither successful. Rally Bwalia is going to come on now. So is Benedict Chipeshi. Banda makes way. And so too does Tembo. Benedict Chipeshi will make his way on, very disciplined and consistent fullback, and that's Rally Bwalia, the Harambee Stars man, Kitwe Board, very skillful left-footed hero for Zambia on so many occasions. Kenya, though, look to be a hero from the free kick. Mushiri, agonizingly close, away by goalkeeper Kalumba. Looking for the top corner. And Kalumba says no. Corner Kenya. I can tell you that it's virtually game over for Democratic Republic of Congo now, because Morocco have scored again. Louis got his second, and he's now the tournament's leading scorer with 3 goals. Morocco lead DRC by 3-1. They're poised for their 3rd victory in 4 games. And they'll finish runners-up to Kenya if things remain unchanged here. Kenya lead by a 1-0, courtesy of Ryan Ogam on 75 minutes. Chanda. Bwalya. Zambia maintaining possession here. Uruch tries to put pressure on Chanda. Eventually the ball is spilled. Shimba clears. Nabwire receives now. Chongo race, Chalwe and Chongo. The far flank. Abud with the successful ball-winning challenge ahead of Chipeshi, the substitute. Chongo to rally Bwalya. Nikasanga, Bwalya. Crowd pleaser is Rally Bwalya. Match winner as well. He's got the skill and ability. He can cause a few upsets to opposing players. Often he'll put the ball through the leg of his opponent. Call it a nutmeg in certain parts of the world. In southern Africa, Shibobo. In Zambia, it's the Pomo. And Bwalya is the Pomo king. 3 minutes of additional time as we hit the 90. 3 minutes for Kenya to hold on to finish top of Group A and play their quarter-final against runners-up from Group B, Madagascar, here at the Moi International Sports Centre. Chongo looking towards Chanda. Bwalya again, quick towards Kampamba. Kayombo's running into a threatening position. Chipeshi now. Zambia probe. Left behind. Chipeshi can deliver, but is closed down and not surpassing towards his captain. Here's Bwalya. Toe poke away. Ball toward the back post. Chichalwe is there. The header is unsuccessful. Away by Kibwage. He started the game by clearing the danger off the line as Kayombo had an effort at goal. It's all gone wrong for Chalwe. Tried to take the throw, ball slipped out of his hands. Benny McCarthy sees the funny side. Bamba. Away by Kibwage again. Rally Bwalya lining it up, finds Kampamba now. Bandi tries to close him down. Kampamba gets away from his man, but Nabwire gets his body directly behind the line of that shot. Folds over, but rises as Kenya have risen to the occasion here. Not just in this game, but indeed in this tournament. It has been a sensational performance from Kenya. They were considered the underdogs by some margin. And the underdogs are not only going to advance to the knockout stages, they're going to reach the quarterfinals as group winners. In a group that featured perennial knockout stage teams like Angola and Zambia, and indeed two-time champions Morocco and two-time champions Democratic Republic of Congo. Farouk Chikalo brings it under control. Uluj couldn't get him on the end of it. Chanda nods it away. Chongo now finds Chishimba. Zambia running out of time for a late consolation in this game and to deny Kenya top spot. Kampamba looks long and diagonal. Great opportunity here. It's a lovely ball in. Keeper leaves it. Bundy's there to rescue. And he'll allow that ball to go over the line on the near side. With that, the referee signals full time. And Kenya have done the unthinkable. They have won 3 matches from 4 at this African Nations Championship. They go undefeated through group stages in the group of death, and the co-hosts will stay in Nairobi. They advance to the quarterfinals, and they play Madagascar next in the quarterfinals, who were runners-up in Group B. It's a day to savor. It's a week to celebrate. It's an occasion in Kenya. They've beaten Zambia by 1-0 in Nairobi to claim top spot in Group A. Umar Aboud, another fantastic performance today. Led this side with aplomb and led a defensive line that has conceded only 1 goal in 4 matches. Mushiri providing one of the moments of the match when he provided for Ogam. Speaking of Ogam,
Energies, man of the match, number 15 of Kenya, Ryan Wesley. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel so proud. First of all, I want to thank God for this opportunity, and thank you, my teammates, for the good work we've done, because without them, I wouldn't have been here. So I thank God, and I thank my teammates. Yeah, thank you.
Ryan Ogam, who scored the critical goal for Kenya. For his 2nd game in succession, he's found the winner for the Harambee Stars. His goal against Morocco sealed victory. His goal against Zambia seals victory. Benny McCarthy knows some of his opponents rather well, and the opposing team, particularly the likes of Kabamba, Walia. Masud Juma can celebrate. Munib Josephs is there with his goalkeepers, the goalkeeper coach of Kenya. This man has been remarkable this entire tournament. One of the standout players for Kenya, and certainly one of the emerging names on the continent. There's Munib Josephs with his goalkeepers. Bayo Mondi is there alongside Farouk Shikalo. Oh, it's a goalkeeper collection. Kibwage, what a performance. Man who signed from Tusker for Gor Mahia on a 2-year contract this week. They might just up that to a 4-year contract. And Aboud, the Kenya Police star who claimed the league title with his club side this season, is making miracles with Kenya in this tournament. Needs a little work on his mic technique, but Kenya are savouring the moment. Well, Kenya dominated this match statistically in the opening half, but could not find the early goal. Instead, they were frustrated, pushed till the 75th minute when they were